Hey, welcome back to From Scratch Ranch in our modern farmhouse build. Jason here, and in this video I'm going to show you this fireplace and how it became a major focal point of our house, including this Quadrifire Pioneer 3 wood burning stove insert, its raised stone hearth, all of the stonework, and then most importantly, this massive mantle. That mantle is a tree I cut down from our own property, hauled it out of the woods, threw it on our sawmill, and there you go. So if you're interested in seeing all that, stay tuned. We are progressing nicely on our modern farmhouse build. We've got our decks done now. We've been able to sit out here on the deck and enjoy our view. Check out this view. It's a really cool view, but I'm already starting to get annoyed by one little thing. And there's a tree right out here. That one right there. That seems to be just kind of annoying, blocking that one spot that sticks up above the rest. And it happens to be a black walnut tree, which means I think I'm gonna take that thing down, open up my view a little bit more, and use that black walnut log to mill our fireplace mantle out of. So let's take a hike down to the woods and see what we got. All right, I'm down in the woods just below the house. The house is like right up through there. And this is where that tree is that I want to take down, that black walnut that is somewhat blocking the view, but it's also leaning really bad. It's right there. We'll get closer look at it, but see it leaning there? That's probably around a 60-degree lean on that thing. And this is up a hill. You probably can't tell on camera, but this is going up the hill towards the house. And that's what I want to use to make my mantle out of. So there's a couple trees also in the way. There are right there, there's a couple cedar trees, pretty good size. So I'm gonna take those out first, I think, because I'm gonna be able to use that. They're dead. They're just kind of in the way, and I don't want this tree to get, the black walnut, when I fell that tree, to get caught up in those other trees. So I'm gonna remove those cedars out of the way, and I'm gonna use those actually probably to make lumber for our garden fencing. They're pretty good size, so I can get some decent lumber out of that. All right, there's the two cedar trees right there. And yeah, they're definitely either all dead or almost dead. Tops have been knocked off from storms. And then right here is that black walnut. And it's a pretty serious lean. So it scares me a bit taking this thing down. I got a pretty good straight trunk there for a ways. There's definitely good straight sections that I'll be able to use to mill that mantle out of, and even maybe some vertical supports, some posts for the mantle. So I think what I'm going to do is cut this as if I was going to fell it right now. Get it close, but not all the way. I just don't feel comfortable cutting this tree down. It's pretty big, and at that lean there uphill like this, with all of the, this giant boulder and stuff that's there, and the trees that it could get hung up on, and the downhill behind me and all the debris. So I'm just gonna cut it close. And then there's supposed to be some storms this coming week, some thunderstorms. With the winds that we get up here, I'm hoping that a windstorm will finish it off for me when no one's around, and then I'll come back and retrieve it. But I'm gonna clean up some of this vine up here, at least cut it. It's all a grapevine that's, this tree could get hung up in. It's strong enough to hold that up there. So I'm gonna cut that so that way, it's already strangling the trees. I gotta get out of there anyways. We got grape going everywhere, just kind of ruining our forest. So wherever I've got them, I'm cutting them out. This trunk section here is probably a good 12 feet, which is what I need. I think my mantle is gonna be about 10 feet long. So this is gonna be my mantle right here. And then some of that upper section up there after the bend is long enough to do my vertical supports, the posts for the mantle. All right, let's get to work. All right, ready, Mike? I'll let you do all the hard work. All right, what I just cut off was the a few feet off the upper portion of that log because I only need about 5 feet, a little over 5 feet, for the vertical portion to support the mantel, and also to frame up all of the stone. So this piece here, I cut it down to length, and also because it was kind of had a bend in it, and so this piece on the ground here is a shorter, I don't know, maybe 4.5 feet or so. I'll use for something else. I didn't need it, so that's why I cut it off first, and I'll mill this up into 2 vertical support pieces. That's where the canvas comes in. Yeah, so I'll grab that. Let's see what we got here. These are my 2 vertical supports of the mantle.
Nice.
Look at that. That's gonna look awesome.
Yeah, that looks good.
Especially stained that darker color. Yeah. Cool.
Very cool.
Before I stain all this, I need to fill this big knot. I got a couple little knots here and a big knot here that I want to fill with some knot filler that I've got. Before I do that, just need to blow out any dust that might be in there. Man, that turned out great. Wow, I don't even think the pictures or video do it justice on how massive that log is up there. So Justin and his team, they cut out about a good 1.5 3/4 to a notch in the bottom of the mantel there, so that the posts on the end here, are inset inside that. So that looks really, really good. So what's really cool about these posts and how they mounted it is there's no exposed fasteners at all. So there's just an angle iron that was inset in the back of this post here and then bolted to the wall behind. And there's a stud, right behind there. And then they secured the mantel to those posts straight down through the top with some long timber screws or lag screws. And then also in the top there, straight into the studs at an angle there, just kind of toe nailed it or screwed it in at 45, 50 degree angle or so, right into those studs. I mean, you can do pull-ups on this thing. That is awesome. I just love the fact that I was able to cut down a tree on my own property right outside this window here and throw it on the mill out this 10-foot long, enormous black walnut mantel and the posts. Get this thing installed. Man, it looks so good. I can't believe that came from our own property. It's just an amazing, amazing feeling. Now, what's even gonna make this better is the stone, all the stone on the inside of that and the hearth. That work is hopefully gonna be done today. Wow, this thing turned out way better than I ever expected it would. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything we're doing out here at the ranch. So until next time, keep living the dream. And that puts out some